shadows fall, sundial time clocks on the wall. You can't go back and start again, you just start again from wherever you were. Time is the playground.
What's up? Super Hits 95.9. This is Rudy Lane. You can catch me every Sunday on air from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm with the band Carbon Lee. And gentlemen, it is a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving us our time.
Yeah.
So, Time is the Playground, in my humble opinion, this is like your magnum opus of an album. It is, in my humble opinion, phenomenal. When did you start working on it, and how long did it take you to complete?
It's kind of been in the works for like 18 years, but there was some songs that we put on this record that we kind of worked on a long time ago, but kind of got stuck on them, so we moved on to some other things. And during the pandemic, I was searching through our demo kind of bank. We have a bunch of kind of unpainted songs, things to listen to and work on. So I went back to some of these old songs that I really liked, and was determined to kind of finish them finally, because I'd take literally 20 swipes at a song over the course of the last 10 or 15 years. So I wanted to finish those, and they felt like they were kind of migrating to this story, this moment of now that we kind of all experienced in the pandemic, where your whole life was just kind of upended, and you had to rethink about how you did things on a daily basis, and it's
Sure.
like it was very present, very now, and meanwhile we were writing some new material, and that was coming to kind of forming this like riptide, between the old songs and the new songs, and it just felt like pulling songs from different eras of our life right now or from the past, and then putting them into the thematic, now is what we have to play with, because we're gone in this little flicker of a timeline. So that's how it kind of came together.
Gotcha. Unlike your previous albums, Echo Echo, Indian Summer Revisited, there's a lot of Celtic and Irish undertones in your previous albums. This one, not so much. Was that intentional?
Well, Indian Summer didn't have any Celtic, and it was Echo Echo really that was the big driver, and because they had the boxer, which became a moderate hit on some radio stations,
right.
and kind of got some recognition. And when we followed up with Indian Summer, it confused a lot of people because it didn't have any Celtic influence in it really, unless you count, I don't know, the closest thing would be Let Your Troubles Roll By or something.
This is my song, isn't it?
This is my song on there?
Yes,
Okay, well,
yes.
There's a few little things that have a little
bit of the flavor, sure. But no, we were never a Celtic band. We just liked some of the stylings, and as we move, we just kind of go with what our muse is, and it 10 years after Echo Echo, we released Ghost Dragon and Tax Castle, which is straight. We were like, let's make a straight up Celtic record as much as we could.
Right.
So we're not in that headspace now, but it's not to say we won't be down the road.
Right. What is your process of songwriting? Do you start with the lyrics first, the music first, a combination of both? How do you?
It's a combination. The guys are working on, parts at home, or they'll send me, whole things to write to, and or I'll have a notebook of things that I've scratched down, and I'll bang out some rudimentary chords and throw it on top, and then hand it over to them and let them refine it. And,
right.
So it's collaborative in that sense for sure. But I would say by and large, like the music kind of is what will spur me lyrically.
Yeah. How do you know when a song is complete? When are you satisfied?
He's never satisfied.
Well, I don't know what that means. I'm at the stage in my life now where if we're writing a song, I personally want to feel like I'm going to be able to live with it for the rest of my career.
Gotcha.
And I want to sing it every night. I want to be bummed that we can't get to it because we've got all these other great songs. It's like I want that feeling. I don't want to be like, well, let's just throw this B-side in, So I really want to like choose carefully, really make sure that we're kind of feeling inspired, that the angle's kind of fresh, and because there was a time where I would find ourselves kind of plugging and chugging on a song. It's like, okay, well, I have a pretty good chorus, I have like an okay verse. Now I can kind of throw away the second verse and the third verse because I don't want to do that anymore. Like when you're trying to write like a pop song, like early in our career, it's just like, what am I doing?
What do you want fans to take away from listening to your music? When they hear your sound, when they hear, what do you want them to get out of it?
3 T-shirts and
I love it.
I don't know. What do you guys? What do you want people to take away?
Just want people to have a great time at the show and maybe connect with a lyric or two and go home happy.
Fantastic. One last question: who can drink who under the table?
it's funny because as we've gotten older, we don't drink as much as we used to.
Right.
So Carter is carrying the torch, and he will Bud Light us or Coors Light you or Miller Light you.
So this is the guy to talk to after the show.
I mean,
Yes.
I'll carry a little bit
This
of
is
weight
my
sometimes.
all things
This
being,
is my time.
all things being relative, sure, we'll give it to Carter. The fact is, we're all pretty lightweight at this point.
I love it. I love it.
10 years ago, you should have come see me.
Exactly,
Oh,
hands down.
Yeah, but I've
Jerry's
I've
retired.
stepped back.
gotcha.
Yes.
If only I had a DeLorean, right?
Exactly.
Check it out. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rudy.
I really
Go
appreciate
on
your
out.
time,
Yeah,
being
you
an
bet.
expert, and I'm a huge fan.
Right on.
Guys, hey, I'm Rudy Lane with Super Hits 95.9, and it has been an honor and a pleasure interviewing Carbon Leaf. Right now we're in Leesburg. Oh, what's your next gig? Where are you heading to next?
We're gonna be in Virginia Beach next week on the Thursday the 5th, and then DC at the Hamilton on the 6th.
All right.
Friday. Next
All right.
Friday.
Rudy Lane with Super Hits 95.9 signing out. Catch me every Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thanks.